Thanks for being here. I do appreciate your time. I appreciate you being here. I know it's the holiday, and for all of you that are watching the replay, hope you had a fantastic time. You still have all your digits by the time the weekend is over. So, what we're going to talk about today is really this is a little bit more tactical than some of the stuff we've done in the past few weeks. This is really about how do we create specific types of content that is designed to help our vendors, our business partners, and help you show them that you're helping them. So we're going to do three live content creation components with the AI tool. I'll show you exactly how to work it. I'm going to share with you the exact prompt, and I'm going to take these three that we use or that we create, and I'm actually going to post them next week too. So this is real stuff that I'm going to do, and I'm using. I've been creating content with this same prompt and process for quite some time, but for this specific action, I created the actual prompt today to help you guys make it a little easier on you on what you're creating so that it's a simple process. And I think it's pretty impressive, the stuff that we get out of it. So let me go ahead and bring up the presentation, and I'm going to share my screen. Share. Move that out of the way so I can see. Go into full screen. All right, can you guys see my screen? Cool, yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
fantastic. All right, so like I said, we're talking about local shout out posts and how do we turn these posts into real leads utilizing the XP AI tool. This is really designed to be a tactical training for the agents, for anybody that's participating in trying to learn and expand and to grow their network and make sure that we're utilizing the tools that we have to connect our vendors with customers and to show them that we're providing the support that they're signing up to get. So, what are we doing? Today's mission is to learn how to use the XP AI assistant to quickly create impactful shout out posts that build trust, drive engagement, generate leads, and focusing really on one primary platform. So I'm really big on utilizing one platform. When we talk about platform, we're talking about Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn and TikTok, all the different platforms that are out there. I suggest utilizing one tool because it allows you to be more focused, more effective. And there's so many people on any given platform that if you just pick one, you're going to have access to tens of thousands of people at any given time. So don't think that you have to be on five platforms creating content for all these platforms at the same time. You just don't have to. That's not reality, and it's not sustainable for most people, especially if we're kind of trying to do this on our own. So, what are the benefits of the shout outs? Why do we do it? And what's the reasoning behind it? So, they really build local trust. When we're creating these shout outs, there's several different places that we post them. Facebook groups, our own profiles, business pages. The idea is that when we post these and we share these as stories, we're sharing them to build trust in the businesses that we're providing these shout outs for, but also at the same time generating trust for XP, generating trust for you in the network, saying that you're doing what you said you were going to do, whether it's you're shouting out their business or not. The fact that they're seeing you creating these regular cadence of content for other businesses lets them know that you are actually doing it. You're doing the things that we're talking about, supporting the network, supporting the community. They create personal credibility, as I just mentioned. It makes you look like the expert. It builds you up in the groups and the minds of the other business owners that are out there that are on the fence that maybe don't know about XP yet, or they haven't learned enough to reach out or make a commitment to joining the network. And they lead to warm conversations and referrals. So doing these, it helps warm up people because they continually see your name, but it also warms them up so that those conversations that you have are easier conversations. And they require zero sales pitch. When we do this, you'll see that it's not really a sales pitch. It's much more of a call to action at the end of the post that leads to a pretty natural conversation. So you're going to see what that looks like here in a bit. What's our framework? We're really talking about the four W's: what, where, what, why, where, and when. We want to make sure that we know the reasoning behind why we're putting these posts together, what we're trying to accomplish, and it gives us a really clear strategy to stay consistent, stay focused, and stay productive with our content creation. And this all goes into our power hour time frame. There's no reason that you can't create one of these posts once I give you the prompt and the framework in a couple of minutes and have that up and ready to post, even if you're doing it the same day. I'm all about batch posting or batch creating content for the next week so that if something happens and I get behind, I don't have to feel rushed to get it done that day. I'm already well ahead of time. So if something does happen between now and Monday or Tuesday of next week, I've already got all the content created and ready to go. So really speed, ease of business operations, taking stress off of you and making sure you're productive and making sure that you're creating stuff that really is impactful and doesn't feel rushed. So what is a shout out post? I think we all know what it is, but it highlights a local business. It can be a spotlight, it can be a customer story, it can be a referral ask, and that's really when we think about it, those are the three that we focus on. And I'm going to show you here in a second. We're spotlighting a business like, hey, this is a business. They do great work. This is a landscaper. They're an amazing landscaper. They do X, Y, and Z. They do retaining walls and drainage and fences and all this stuff. And they're really, really amazing. Or a customer story. We're using one of their reviews or something that you've heard as a story about this business and how they transform the customer's world or the customer's home. So say it's a cleaning business and telling it from the customer's perspective of, where they were, they were stressed out, they got kids running around the house. They didn't have time to clean the house. They have company coming over for the weekend and they didn't know what to do. They called this cleaning business. They came in, did an amazing job, took the stress off of them, and they were able to relax and enjoy their weekend with their friends and family. That's telling the customer story and sharing a post about that business through the lens of the customer, and then a straight up referral ask. Like we're trying to drive referrals or trying to drive leads for the business and positioning it as, hey, this is a great business. You need to work with them, and this is why. So these are the three that we're really going to focus on the most. And so why does it work? Builds trust with your audience. Authentic recommendations seem genuine connections. One of the things that I see all the time, and really who's the biggest, I say, culprit of this is the business owners. They post that don't feel authentic. They feel like it's a promotion and more than a story or an authentic connection. And it's much more about me. Hey, I'm great. I need your business. You should work with me, instead of building trust, talking about how amazing they are from their customer's perspective or from a third party's perspective. It supports local businesses because that's what we're all about. That's what XP is. We are all about local communities and being invested in our local businesses and helping them grow and thrive, and helping supporting the local community by helping being the bridge to find, hey, you need this type of business. I know somebody, let me do the connection and help you out. Sure shows your mission, not so much a sales pitch. Again, we want to come across as authentic. We want to be there to help. And we are really valuing them and their growth as much as we are trying to, help the XP network and help ourselves. And we create inbound interest. Every time that you're posting about another business or somebody else, it creates a little bit of intrigue in other business owners' mind. They're going to want to know, hey, what is it that you're doing? What is it? How do I get a business shout out? How do I get so that other people are talking about me? And that starts to attract people to you naturally. So where do we want to post? So I put this chart together because I think it gives us a good idea as to the platform, what they're best for, and why they work. Uh, Facebook is my go-to. There's for the types of businesses and the types of people that we're working with, Facebook has millions and millions and millions of people on it, and there's no reason that we would have to go beyond that unless you have some specific business type that you're looking for or working with. Uh, like it says, everyone's there. It's the default. It's great for trust. It's great for local engagement. The groups, the Facebook groups, and the way that Facebook formulates community is the reason that Facebook is so popular for this. Instagram is really good for visual brands. Like I've got people that we've brought in that are into hair and hair color and hair and cuts and stuff like that. I think that that's really good for them to post on Instagram. I think that I educate them on how to, post your content on Instagram because it's really, really helpful. But I'm still going to post on Facebook and connect with you. Uh, Instagram doesn't last as long. It's really good for stuff that pops and catches the eye. The reels and stuff is fantastic. So it's great again for the business owners, while I'm still going to default back to Facebook. LinkedIn, professionals, B2B. LinkedIn is a lot of middle managers and executives. So depending upon what the business is, if that's who you're trying to connect to say it's recruiting or something along those lines, sure, LinkedIn is fantastic. Um, Google Business Profile. I highly encourage all of our businesses to make sure they're posting, again, posting themselves on their Google Business Profile. We, as the XP Network, are going to focus on posting on Facebook, but they should be posting similar content on their business profile at least once a week. And then Nextdoor. Nextdoor is fantastic for referrals, people that are looking for specific customers. So if you have a few minutes, a couple times a week to scroll through Nextdoor and see what's going on and see if there's somebody that you can help or a business that's looking for help, they're great for prospecting for both customers and for potential vendors. But again, I highly, highly recommend you pick one primary platform, Facebook, utilize that, get comfortable with that, and then you can expand out if you want to. And then TikTok, which is not on here, again, it's great, but it's really targeted to more the younger demographic. Obviously, video, a lot of our vendors are not going to want to do video. But if you're going to create a shout out and you want to do it in video, by all means, feel free to do that. Just understand that most of our vendors, they don't like cameras. It's a struggle to get them on video. They don't want to do this. So it's going to be more on you to do that. And if you feel good with TikTok, you like it, you built an audience, by all means, go ahead. But again, Facebook is usually the one that we go with. So, when and how often the best times to post? I say at a minimum, I want to post at least once a day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. I try to post Saturday and Sunday too, but you want to at least post once a week. And this is a really good reason to just put a post out there. This actually gives you probably 2 posts a day if you do a shout out and then something else. So here are the best times we're looking at: in the morning, around lunchtime when people are scrolling, taking a break, and then in the evening between 7 and 9, after they get home from work and they're sitting on the couch and doom scrolling and just, sitting there looking at whatever's going on, watching funny videos or whatever. So this is, kind of a framework. Now, I don't say that you have to kind of fall within these time frames. Just posting will help. If you post within these timeframes, great. But if you're not posting at least once a day is better than nothing at all. So just follow what works for you, for your schedule. And remember, we want the power hour. We want, an hour a day of us kind of generating business, outbound, communicating, following up, all that stuff, posting content. And that's more important than the specific times. So we want to go through and do a demo of this, and we're going to allow the agent, our AI tool, to do the heavy lifting here. And I want to show you how we're going to build it. So we're going to create 3 different types of posts. We're going to do a visibility post, we're going to do a testimonial or a proof post, and then we're going to do a straight up lead gen ask, requesting for referrals or recommendations. super, super straightforward. It's the idea here is that you're going to grab the information, put it into the template, pick your tone, pick your communication style, see what comes out, edit it a little bit, paste it into Facebook. Easy story. Grab one of the images off of their um, their website or their Facebook profile or their directory listing, whatever it may be, and you can use that as the image for your post, or you can just do a straight up text post. So here is the prompt, and I am actually going to I'm going to put this in the WhatsApp group, and everybody that's not on the call is going to be like, "Oh my God, where's this post at? Why is this in this WhatsApp group? I don't even know what we're talking about." And they should have been here. So let's see. Let me go ahead and, oops. Oh, I changed my mind. Hang on. All right. So that is the prompt. And so what we're going to talk about here and how this works. I'm going to read through the prompt and then I'm going to actually hop in and I'm going to show you how it works. So write me a shout out for Facebook. Write me a shout out Facebook post for a local business. I want to highlight the business name. I'm going to provide the name, the website or the directory link. If they don't have a website, you can use the directory if the directory listing is good. And if they do have a website, maybe the website's good or not, you can utilize the website to help. Again, the AI will look to the website, find out what they have, and bring back the information. What do they do? You may or may not have to fill this line out. If I have something specific I want to say about a business, I'll fill out what they do. But typically, the directory or their website is going to tell the AI enough about what it is that they do that you don't really have to fill this out. But if there's something specific, like I was talking about Candace, who is our hair person that we've got on here. She's a hair artist. She's been doing hair for a long time, but I wanted to focus this post on hair color. And that's because that's what she's trying to drive is her hair color customers. So I wanted to focus that specific post on that topic. So that's what I included. Helpful reviews or wins. You can copy and paste their reviews directly off of Google and put them in here, and it's super helpful in creating a really engaging post. Some people have their reviews on their website, and I'm going to show you one of those. You can utilize that. Or if you have a specific testimonial or review that you want to use, you can put that in there as well. And then identifying what's the purpose of the post. Is it visibility, testimonial, or a lead gen ask? You're going to pick one of those. And then what tone do I want to use? Personal. Is it a personal story? Is it neighborly? Is it professional? Is it more creative? Have fun with the types of tone that you use. Don't be too uptight. Don't feel like it has to be too personal because I have found that the better the more neighborly or personal the post sounds, the more likely it is to connect with people, and people aren't going to scroll past it because they think it's either AI generated or they think it's somebody asking for business. And then include a CTA. A CTA is a call to action, and I want it to be friendly. I don't want to necessarily include the link in here. I may include the link in the comments, but in most cases, I want them to DM me for an intro or tag somebody else. I want it to be interactive. Leave a comment, tag somebody, send me a DM, something along those lines to generate engagement on the post, and then I can reach out to them after that. And then this last line is really important. And I don't think we've gone over this enough when we're utilizing the AI. So almost every time you ask for something, you should have a line like this at the end. Before you begin, ask me any follow-up questions that will make this more effective or make it a more effective post. That's going to say, hey, look at all the information you have before you generate, your output. Ask me any additional follow-up questions, and it's going to make the content or make the output even better than if you had just done it without that line. And I'm going to show you what that looks like here in a second. So let's go ahead and exit out of this. Oops, what did I do? Agents over here. Exit. Okay. All right. So I have the amazing AI XP Assistant open and ready to go. And I have several different prompts that I've already created. And I'm going to open them up. And I'm going to bring it over here. And I want to make sure that you can see it. Get rid of that. So this is, again, it's the exact same prompt that we went through. So I'm not going to go in detail, but I'm going to tell you what it is. So the business name is Huso Construction. Here is I'm actually going to do a couple of different options here. So I'm providing the directory link because I know the directory is live. And I want to show you that it can work off of either the directory link, if we do a good job creating the directory, or it can use their website. This has actually got both in it. So here's the directory link. What do they do? They're residential and commercial builder. I probably didn't have to provide that. It would have known as soon as it looks at the website. Helpful reviews or wins. They actually have a bunch of reviews on their website. So this is the link to their reviews. So the agent can look at that. And I want to create a visibility boost style post. The tone should be neighborly. Include a CTA, and it's going to pick which CTA to use. Again, before you begin, ask me any follow-up questions that would make this more effective. So live fire. Let's see what happens. So it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Great choice. It's always going to pat you on the back, trying to be positive for generating referrals. Here's a couple of quick questions to help me tailor the post. Local context. What city or area are you trying to highlight? So this is a really good question. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in. I'm going to say, I'll go with I'll say DFW. And it should pick it up. It should know what DFW is. Personal connection, this one's optional. Have you worked with them personally or know someone that has? Let's see, not needed. And if you hit shift and enter, it'll go down a line as you're creating or doing your entry. Post image, will you be sharing this with a photo? Let's see, so yes, I'll include a picture of their work or projects. Focus angle. Would you prefer the shout out to focus more on their quality craftsmanship, trusted reputation, support? This is a really good question. I'm going to say, let's go with their reputation. And then the tone check, do you want it to be more warm, community-based, a bit more professional, and recommendation? I want it to be warm and community-based. Warm, I'm going to say engaging and fun. Because I hate boring posts. I don't like to write boring content. I like people to see it and want to continue reading. And I think that if we make them engaging and fun, that helps. So pretty easy to answer. Let's see what it gets. All right. Local spotlight. Now, one thing that I see a lot that I would recommend not doing, like this top line, I would not post this in. I would start below that because this to me looks like two things. It looks like AI and it looks like a marketing post. And that's just something I don't want to do. I want it to look like it's more organic. So if you're in DFW and thinking about building, renovating, or expanding, check out Huso Construction. They've built a reputation on quality work and real results, both residential and commercial. From new builds to smart upgrades, they've earned consistent 5-star review and community trust. Not your average contractor. This team shows up and delivers. Those are two pain points that many homeowners and businesses have: is people showing up and not doing what they say they're going to do. They're based right here in our area. See their work. It provides the link. I will never ever put the link in a post though, because it ruins your reach. So I would eliminate that. Tag someone who needs a builder that they can actually count on, or DM me for a personal intro. So I would say overall, this is pretty good. Let's see. I want to, remove the link and let's see. Provide a strong hook at the beginning. So I'm doing two things with this update. I want it to get rid of the link. I don't want the link in there. Like I said, you never, ever, ever, ever want to put a link in your post. It's going to reduce the reach. You can put it in the comments below, but never put it in the post. Um, it just, Facebook sees that and they're like immediately going to not send it to as many people. So the other thing I want to do is I want it to have a strong hook. What is the hook? The hook is the first line that anybody reads, and that's what keeps them reading. If the first line sucks, no one's reading it. So I want to have a strong, engaging hook that people are gonna see, and they're gonna be, oh, I need to know more, and read below. So let's see what it does. Now, the other thing to remember is AI in the output is never just, hey, copy, paste, set it and forget it. It really is review it. What do I like? What do I not like? Make the adjustments, and then you can copy and paste it out and make any changes that you need to make. Let's see. Need a builder you can actually trust. Read this. This is a much, much better hook and first line. So if you're in DIW thinking about running, yep. The crew's earned a rock solid reputation versus, yeah, I think this sounds much better. Not cutting corners, all that stuff. Fantastic. Okay. So this I think is pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a Word doc, put this in here. Now, a couple things. Again, I want it to look less AI-ish. So I'm going to probably get rid of some of these emojis. And I'm also going to get rid of these, they call them M dash. It's something that AI does and is a dead giveaway for AI. So let's see. So just turn that into a comma. Again, here's another one. Put a comma there. The other thing you want to do is improve the readability. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to, after each sentence, I hit an enter. Why? Because people see a wall of text and they scroll by. If you can make it so that it's easy to read and the sentences are shorter, people are more likely to continue reading. So just the way humans interact with social media, short attention spans. Okay, so all that looks good, Community backed. I'll drop a few photos of the recent. Yep, I'm going to do that. Know someone who's planning or building. Again, enter, tag them, or DM me personal stories. And let's keep shining a light on great local businesses. So I'm going to get rid of that line there. So this is going to be my post. And I'm literally going to take this and I'm going to bring up this is my format that I use to put all my content in for the next week. So I'm going to come up here, boom, paste that in. That's ready to go. So now next week, my content is already done. So that is post 1. So what's our next one? Grab this. And I don't have to open a new window. I don't have to do anything different. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do one more thing to make this a little easier. So one thing that I want to do is I want to show the AI what I want the output to look like. So I'm going to say, I made a couple, I can't spell, I made a couple updates. Please review the final post. And I'm just going to paste it in. So now it knows what I want the output to look like. And okay, so now what am I going to do? I've got the next one. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it in here. Now I did this one a little bit differently. So what do we have? We've got, again, we're doing a Facebook post. The business name is Beyond the Dust. They're a cleaning company that I'm working with here in the Anna McKinney area. I'm providing their website. She's got a really good website. They're residential commercial cleaning. Helpful reviews and wins. I've got a bunch of reviews that I've included in here, Victoria, so there's a bunch of them that I'm just providing. And then I want to create a lead gen post. The tone, I said, hey, be creative, create a CTA, and again, before you begin, ask any follow-up questions. So super easy. Takes me longer to talk through it than to actually do it. Let's see. So this one, great question. Again, who are we targeting? Why are we doing this post? This one I want to do busy professionals. So busy professionals, which is a great person to target. Services, and let's focus on residential service. Don't have to focus on anything specific for this one. See, this is based on community feedback. And I want to, so for this one, let's use a story angle. Okay, let's just see what we get. Again, this isn't hard. This is just how do we use the system? How do we get the most out of it so that we're getting good content that is actually going to help us sell what we do, who we are, but also help our businesses generate leads. All right, so true story. My friend almost cried, happy tears, after the first clean with Beyond the Dust. She walked into a spotless home, refreshing smell, fresh smelling rooms, and not a single thing out of place. No stress, no guilt, just peace. Very emotional, very connecting. And that's what Nicole and her team deliver, not just cleaning, but relief. If you've been juggling work, kids, pets, or just life, and your cleaning to-do list keeps getting pushed to next weekend again, it's time. So DFW based, rave reviews, community trusted, flexible, professional, incredibly thorough. Tag someone who deserves to come home to a clean home, or DM me for a personal intro to Beyond the Dust, because clean shouldn't be a luxury. It should be your new normal. This, I almost have to do nothing to this post. But again, I'm going to do a couple of minor changes. Bring it in here, delete that, paste it in. Again, what did I say? I don't want these. So what do? I'm going to come up here. I'm going to hit replace. And I'm going to go ahead and put a comma with a space after it, replace all. And nope, it's done. Close that. So why did I do that? Again, speed, make things easy, use the tools that I already have. So true story, my friend almost cried happy tears after her first cleaning, got that. She walked into not a single thing out of place. So one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit enter, whoa, hit enter there. I'll leave those three on the same line. I could put an enter after each one, but for this particular one, I'm gonna leave that the way it is. Everything else looks pretty good. So what am I going to do? I'm just going to go ahead and copy this, take it into my Excel sheet, and see. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to paste it in, and that is done. Again, another post done for next week. Nothing else to do. So I've got one more. Bring this up. Oop, wrong one. Bring this up. You see how easy this is. It really, really is this easy. The better you have, better information you provide, the better instructions, the better the output's going to be every single time. All right, where's my notes? Got one more here. And this is a brand new business that we just built the listing for. And I'm actually meeting with him early next week to have his directory go live. So this one is Facebook post. Again, what's the name of the business? It's Koala Insulation. They're an installation company. Here is their website. What did they do? I told it to refer to their website for details, so I didn't have to provide it. Helpful reviews. I've got all the reviews below. This one is a testimonial style post. The tone, I want this one to be a little bit more professional. It's, again, going to provide a CTA or call to action. And then I wanted to ask any questions. And then I provided several different reviews below so that it has the reviews to reference. Again, you don't have to be super specific with this. This is just giving us a framework and giving us an easy option to use. I'm going to hit go and let's see what we get. All right, to make this even stronger, do I want to call out DFW or a more specific area? You know what? For this particular one, I want to do Frisco. I want to say, hey, this is the city, because I know Frisco is a big area. It's a lot of people there. Frisco and the surrounding area will see it. So then enter angle. Would you like a testimonial to highlight comfort and energy? Service, specialty installs like attic fans. Let's go ahead and talk about energy. Talk about energy, personal tie-in. Let's see. Have you personally referred someone? No, use the reviews. Visuals. Let's see. I will provide images of their work. Again, because I've got a ton of images, I can use that. And let's see. That's it. That's all that it needed. Boom, go. What is it going to do for me? So this one is going to sound more like a promotional post. It's lead gen. That's the entire idea, is to get people to call or to message. So, hey, Frisco friends, if your energy bills are climbing and your house isn't staying cool, it's super hot right now, this is the time to have this. It might be your insulation. Hey, I didn't even think that it might be my insulation. I thought it was my HVAC. Um, I've been hearing great things about koala insulation of North Texas, and the reviews back it up, from 75-year-old home to music rooms and full attic upgrades. They're helping homeowners stay cool, cut energy waste, and feel the difference immediately. One client said, and here's the review, great communication, easy to work with. It's immediately providing two different reviews. If you're tired of feeling hot and overpaying for overpaying to stay that way, koala might be your solution. I'm going to drop a few pictures below. If you have interest, tag them or shoot me a DM. So there's a couple of things that I would probably say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this line and I'm going to say, let's make this more friendly. Because this feels like it's not me talking like, hey, I've heard that they're good. I don't necessarily want it to feel that way. So let's, see what kind of things we can do, and see if we can change it up a little bit. Because again, it could be the tone. We may at some point say, hey, you know what? I just don't like this. Let's go ahead and change the tone entirely. But occasionally, depending upon the type of business, being more professional is helpful. Let's see. So, Frisco friends, your energy bills are rising. Your house doesn't stay cool. Might be time to check installation. We're hearing awesome things. I've been hearing awesome things about koala insulation, and I probably would drop off the North Texas piece lately, and the reviews speak for themselves. So again, I think this, for being a professional lead gen post, I think this is fine. I don't think there's a ton of things that I would necessarily change in here. I would probably just go ahead and grab it. Because one thing that I want to make sure we're perfectly clear on, don't get hung up, don't overthink, don't shoot for perfection over done. Because done is better than perfect every day of the week. Because you could spend days trying to figure out the right way to formulate everything. Nobody cares. Grab it, post it. People are going to read it or they're not. If it doesn't connect with them, they're not going to read it, which is fine. If it does, they are going to read it and it's going to make sense. So don't get caught up in trying to create the perfect post ever, whether it's this or anything else. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do replace again. It should already have it set up. I'm going to go ahead and replace all. Okay, close, done. So it's already replaced. I don't have to do anything for the M dashes or the long dashes. So I've been hearing awesome things about koala insulation. I'm going to get rid of the of North Texas, and I'm going to get rid of the lately too, because that seems weird. Get rid of that comma, and the reviews speak for themselves. Go ahead and hit enter. Let's see. I think that's good. One neighbor said, boom, another shared, and okay. I'll drop a few pictures of their work. That means it's, it's going to be below. Know someone who might need this, tag them, or for personal intro. Again, what we're trying to do here is create visibility for the business. That's the only thing we're trying to do. I'm not trying to be perfect. I don't want it to be perfect. Professional tone in my content is not typically what I would post. I like engaging. I like things coming from a neighborly perspective, like it's coming from a friend. I like things that have an edge to them. You're going to see, if you're following me or you see my content, you're going to see I am more and more aggressive all the time, specifically calling out people, what they need, what their pain points are, and not trying to, beat around the bush a lot. I want to be as direct as I can so that people get to the point. And again, this is solid. There's nothing wrong with this. It's not how I would talk, but it very well may be exactly what that business needs in order to connect with somebody. So I would absolutely post this, and I will post it. So with that said, now I'm going to go ahead and bring this back up. Go back to this, go back into presentation mode. You've got this. Make sure you use it. I'd love your feedback. I'd love to see what you get out of it when you use it. Next page. So what's our action plan? All y'all on the call, everybody watching the video afterwards, what are you going to do? You're going to pick a vendor you love. You're going to use the AI tool to write a post. Post it on your primary platform, Facebook, Instagram, wherever. Post it, share it to a group, share it to the XP group, and then post it in the WhatsApp group. I'd love to see it. I'd love to share and see what you're doing. I'd love to share and get feedback. If you want to just post it in the XP group and tag me, that's cool too. I love seeing what you guys are putting out there and what you're sharing. So that's the action plan. Super simple. I've given you all the tools, everything you need. Just cut and paste and do what you need to do. So what's our 5-day challenge? Over the next 5 days, we want to have, when I say next 5 days, starting Monday, because maybe not tomorrow. You can if you want to, great. I'm going to be posting. You don't have to. But Monday, shout out, visibility. Tuesday, testimonial. Wednesday, a personal story, a referral ask, and then some type of gratitude or impact. And again, you can use the 3 that we already talked about, but you can also use the gratitude and impact and put that in there as well and see what type of responses that the AI gives you as far as what you're sharing and what type of posts that it gives you. So just play with the tools. That's all I can say. Ask more questions, be engaged with it. You're going to get really good stuff out of it. All right, what are we all about? We're about starting conversations, not campaigns. We're not robots. We are engaging with people, trying to share, help, and build up our local communities. So don't get bogged down. Don't overthink things. Let the AI tools assist you. Let it handle the words so that you can show up and be more visible more often and bring that visibility for the vendors, for other agents, for customers that need connections with these vendors that they don't even realize that because they don't know that business is out there. They just know they need help, and you can be that bridge to get them there. And that is it for the presentation. I'll go ahead and stop. And before I wrap, I will open it up as normal. Any questions, anything that has come up, any sparked ideas or thoughts before we wrap it for the week?
I do have a comment. I was actually with these trainings, you just keep learning and learning and learning. And now I realize, like little mistakes that I was doing with my postings. I was actually posting the link within the comments, little stuff that you think. And honestly, I was going for the first option that, the chat was giving me, kind of like I just was not focusing a lot into modifying or just whatever comes up, I just copy paste it. But it makes sense. The more you put a little bit more time into it, the better content you're gonna be creating. And I want to add something for Nicole, which is she's new in here. So think about all this that you heard today as a selling point for our vendors. Why? Because we take time and we take pride in the way that we train our agents to promote our vendors. So this is a great, like now that you know and that you went through the full training on how we teach our vendors, our agents, I'm sorry, to use our platform, use our AI, and just make sure they're creating attractive content for customers to try to engage with our vendors. I think it's a great way to show our vendors this is all we are doing, all this for you guys to definitely keep learning on how to better our content so that again we can get you more customers. So I think it's just great how we every time we join we learn something new.
Awesome. And to be honest, Dana, the content that you're putting out there is good. It can just get better by, again, engaging, asking questions, making some short modifications. Um, it, and this is one of those things where the more we see it and the more that we pay attention to it, we can get better output, but we can also not get, again, stuck, and we can continue to just keep pushing and putting the stuff out there. Because even if we put together a pretty standard post right straight out of the AI without, too much prompting and tag that business, they are going to be grateful for it. Even if we look at it and we're like, I could have done better, they're going to be like, oh my God, that's amazing. Because first of all, they can't write content for crap. They don't take time to do it. And the fact that somebody else is doing it for them is a huge win for them. Because for them, it's always them or they have to pay somebody else to do it. And having us just kind of volunteer or have it be part of the package is something that is truly, truly beneficial to them in ways that most of us don't even understand. Just simply because the amount of time that it takes away from them doing something else to try to come up with content when they're just not good at it. It's a huge thank you for them. And it really does mean a lot to them in their heads and they're emotionally, they really do appreciate it. All right. So thank you for the input and the insight. Nicole, Mindy, anything from your guys' side, or are we good?
For now, everything clear. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm good,
you're
thank
drinking
you.
from a fire hose.
I'm learning from the best.
All right. So thank you guys. I will edit this up, chop it up, probably get it loaded either tomorrow or Saturday. But thank you guys for attending. Have a happy and safe 4th of July. Don't do anything silly. And we will see y'all next week. Bye, guys.